Hey there, Nopenguin here. We are still in the Penguin training arc, and today we are shaking things up a bit. Instead of a full deck profile and replays, I want to show you some of the combos I have labbed using the latest bit of flip support, Master of Ham. For those of you who don't know our Hammy boy, he is a level 5 fusion monster that reads when fusion summoned or flipped up, you can special summon a flip monster from the deck in face down defense position. And in Penguins, this is less good than you think. Cause despite being known as a flip deck, there are only 2 flip monsters in the entire archetype, Penguin Soldier and Penguin Ninja. There are other monsters with effects when flipped up, but they are not flip monsters. So Master of Ham can only summon these 2 cards. But what can we do with that? This is what we can do. This is my prototype deck for labbing the combos for the Master of Ham Penguin deck. Or an even better name, Hammy Penguins. As you can see, this is a very different Penguin lineup, only having Squire and Ninja. But this training arc is all about experimenting. Though I did try to fit the combo pieces into a normal list, but it was all kinds of clunky. This list just feels a lot more cohesive. Of course, this is not a final deck list, just something for me to play around with and experiment. But let me show you what it can do. Starting us off strong, this is our very first combo, and to do it we need the following. Lone Fire Blossom specifically, Squire, any monster, and any spell. So in essence, this is a 4-card combo. But let me show you the lineup. We use the Lone Fire Blossom here, summoning it out to get out our Predaplant Scorpio, because of course we want to be able to search out the Instant Fusion to get out our Master of Ham. But before we activate that, we're going to go into Cross Sheep, Instant Fusion into our Hammy Boy here. Hammy Boy will go ahead and special summon Ninja from the deck. We'll get Lone Fire here from the grave, setting our Penguin here, and because we set a Penguin, we get to summon Squire out, flip it back up, and then go for Tizokin. This is why we need the spell card. We can get Crystal Wing, and with the Lone Fire get a tuner out so we can go into Mud Dragon, into our Mirror Jade. This is honestly not a lot. We expended 4 cards here. 3 if you consider the fact that we can still flip up this Pot of Prosperity to use its effect, but in sense we needed 4 cards for this combo, and all we got out of it was a Monster Negate and a Banish. So not a lot of return on our investment, but this is only one of the combos in question. This next combo is pretty similar, except this can be either a Orphoscorpio or a Lone Fire. We do not need to get Lone Fire out for this because we are not needing to go for that extra tuner later in the combo. So let me show you how this plays. Very similar to before, we summon up the Scorpio to get out our Instant Fusion card. From here, we're just going to once again go into Cross Sheep, go into our Instant Fusion for our Hammy Boy, special summon out Ninja, and of course the Squire will come out into the hand after this chain is finished resolving. We just got a regular level 3 Scorpio from the grave, no extra tuner here. We're once again going to Tizokin because Tizokin's pretty cool. Get out Crystal Wing, then we're going to go Gossip Shadow and SP Little Knight. As you can see, by not using up so many of our resources just to get out a Mirror Jade, this actually allows us to have a couple extra points of interaction. We not only have an additional Monster Negate, but we have a SP Little Knight activation, which can do pretty good for the deck. But using the same setup, we have a little bit of variation. You can also go for Appaloosa for 3 extra negates if you hate SP Little Knight or just can't afford her. For this combo, we're only going to need Penguin Squire, Orphoscorpio, and any monster. Of course, Scorpio can be a Lone Fire as well, and Squire can be our Royal Penguin Gardens. Of course, with no spell in hand, we do not have access to Tizokin, so we are going to have to do things a little differently. Of course, our combo is just going to start the same way, with the same Scorpio into Instant Fusion into Cross Sheep. That's all still staying the same. What we do from there is where we're really going to diverge. We're going to summon out Hammy Boy into Ninja, Cross Sheep to bring back the Scorpio, bring back the Squire from hand, flipping up our Ninja, but this time we're actually going to reduce Squire's effect because we're actually going to go into Dragite, then into an Appaloosa for 3. I like this end board a little more because not only do we have 3 Monster Negates, we are also left with a Spell Trap Negate. But of course, there are other ways we can end this combo. Instead of Appaloosa, we can go into IP Masquerade to set up for an SP on the opponent's turn. Or we could bypass the Dragite altogether, keeping him as a level 5 to go into Sovereignty, and of course go into the Masquerade to give us the option to go for SP Little Knight. But of course you can also use this opportunity to go for an Appaloosa. What I like a lot about this end board is the kind of interaction it entails. Because we have the quick effect SP Little Knight summon, we're going to be able to banish a card on the opponent's side of the field, which can trigger the Sovereign effect to be able to banish a card on the field and graveyard. Also, SP has that secondary banish effect, so you can still hold on to the sovereignty for that second activation, so you can really time your additional banishes to really disrupt your opponent's plays. And those are the replays. Of course, like I said, this is not a complete deck. I just wanted to give you guys a look into my theory crafting process, showing you what things work, what things didn't, and right now, I'm in a bit of a mixed bag. Some of the things I really liked. I quite enjoyed the sovereignty with the quick effect SP play. I felt like that was a pretty strong board. Things I didn't like include the Mirror Jade package. This was something I wanted to test out because I could, but let me be real, this isn't great. It takes so many cards to accomplish, and I'm even using a main deck slot for the really greedy play of having a counter trap on the following turn. Kind of funny, but all in all, not really worth it. And I almost feel the same way about the Tzolk'in, because while this does get us out a good monster negate, the deck has no shortage of monster negates. And also, each and every one of those combos definitely would have benefited if I had drawn Kashtira Fenrir, as this is a completely free summon from the hand that replenishes itself to allow you to still do your combos exactly as it had it. No combo today had any point where Fenrir would have gotten in the way. Overall, what's my verdict on Master of Ham? It's okay. The fact that the most consistent way to get it out is with instant fusion basically necessitates the fact that I need to get the Orphis Scorpio combo off, which means I am absolutely using my normal summon for this effect. That's why this variant really fell through, because both the Gep and the Scorpio were fighting for my normal summon, which really had some conflicting hands, and it just added to the amount of garnets and dead cards that you can be drawing into. So will it fix up this deck and get us a true deck profile? Most likely. There's definitely a good amount of potential for this card, and even outside of a dedicated list like this, I can honestly see myself adding Master of Ham to a deck just having an instant fusion in the main deck, because it's a card you can get off of Thrust. So in a regular Penguin build where your plays get interrupted by your opponent's hand traps, you can then thrust into an instant fusion to start the Ham combos, which honestly doesn't sound that bad, and will probably be something I implement once Master of Ham comes over. But for now, this is all I wanted to do for today. Let me know if you like this type of video. Once this whole Penguin training arc is over, I intend to do a full Penguin combo video, much like I did a couple of years back, because this video specifically focused on those that use the Master of Ham to enable, so expect that video sometime in the future. But that is it for the end of the video. As always, feed me ideas. Let me know what you think penguins can do and who penguins can work with. But until then, like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more. I am Nopenguin. This training arc is going to kill me. Signing out.